그거 알아? 흑수의 소유권이 많이 남아있을 때 포기하거나 그에 준하는 대가를 치르면 그 흑수의 일원 중 한 명을 흑수에서 해방시켜줄 수 있어. 이 몰개성한 검은 짐승에서 벗어날 수 있는 거야.
Yeah, but it's not gonna happen, is it? Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm Mekmak. This is Limbus Company, The Surrendered Witnessing. For a start, they've released the cap on certain amounts of the Battle Pass, and I've bought the paid version of the Battle Pass, so...
하하! 이 수많은 소원들 중 그대가 이루고 싶은 소원이 무엇인가?
We have not had a Red Sheet Ego yet. We've had Red Sheet Identity, but I'll be interested to see what the Ego is. Unfortunately, it's an HE. I was hoping for a Zayn.
믿음을 되새겼다면 어리석은 의무는 품지 말았어야지.
I hate that opening cutscene so much. But frick, this is the Zayn? And you gave her a I'm so annoyed. Okay, so because I know you all tuned in for this, we're going to look at this new ego. I'm also going to throw one pull to Adept Forced. Just one. Just freaking one. Even though it's very clearly not very good. Screw you, Middle Sinclair, screw you so much. But oddly, even though the previous banner is there, we can get our hands on the next step of Gregor. So let's see, how many would this be? Let's just say 200 and account for some variants. Good enough?
이 정도면 사람 팔이 굽고 난 또 이번에 시술 받으면 팔 두 짝 다 뱀으로 변하나 싶었지.
Man, you can't even hang on. This identity took your other arm as well. Okay, so let's have a look at all of this nonsense first. They actually gave us another Gloom Zayn for Ishmael. Screw you! It takes pride and sloth though. So in a way, it... Inflict centipede venom equal to the number of negative effects on self and the main target, to a maximum of 5. It is blunt, 10 plus 5, so it at max SP, it rolls about as much as you'd expect from Snag Harpoon. I think this is meant to be the best Mauler Ishmael ego. Inflict 1 sinking. Inflict 1 rupture. At 4 plus Gluttony or Gloom Resonance, inflict Centipede Venom by Resonance. To a maximum of 4, but there's a max of 20 stacks. Turn end, gain defense level down by the number of stacks. Take Gluttony damage equal to the stack, half the stack, close down the... I have to close down Firefox right now and it's already overloaded my computer, great. Take Gluttony damage, halve the stack. Upon death, transfer this to the unit's ally with none or the least centipede. Freaking hell! To this unit's ally with none or the least centipede venom stacks. Okay, that sounds familiar, but I can't quite put my finger on what. And it rolls significantly worse if it's corroded. but oh, attack weight. So that's the advantage it has over Snag Harpoon. Target randomly. Inflict centipede venom equal to the number of negative effects on self and target to a maximum of 8. And at gluttony or gloom resonance, inflict centipede venom by resonance. The fact it inflicts sinking and rupture can make it nice for the ego gem, but not as nice as it could be because it consumes absolutely no gluttony. It consumes no gluttony or gloom, even though it's a rupture and sinking ego. That's weird, and I don't like it. It also doesn't get rid of her freaking sloth but it does give her wrath resistance. I get it now. No sinner is allowed to have wrath as a base ego. Still, it means that she's always going to have this sloth weakness, but changes out her lust weakness for an envy weakness. Anyway, the actually interesting point, passives. Whenever this unit inflicts sinking count or unique sinking gain offense level. At 3+ absolute resonance with the same conditionals gain offense That's got to get better because that just seems like such a pointless addition. Anyway, if we thread spin it, that unlocks the passive. Thread spin it a second time. Inflict centipede venom equal to the sum of types of negative effects on self and main target to a maximum of 8, but no others. Maximum of 10, but no others. I guess if you have 3 enemies, 1 strong one and 2 weak, then you could kill them off, and all the rest of the centipede venom goes straight onto the boss, but still. Max of 20 doesn't quite sound right. Hundred-footed death maggot. Centipede Apostle. Oh, so that is from Centipede Apostle. I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, if we fully uptie it, which we can't do because I'm not spending more ego shards on this. Inflict centipede venom equal to 10. Inflict 2 sinking, 2 rupture, and a maximum of 5 for the gluttony or gloom resonance. It doesn't change the cap here. It doesn't change the base power or the coin power, but it does change the cap on how much extra venom you can get. So you can get it to about 15 in a single turn. Yeah. I'm so disappointed that this is the Zayn. Like, you could have at least given her a different type. It does shuffle her resistances around a bit and require entirely different effects, but Okay, so let's see what we get out of Don Quixote. Spreadsheet, her first gluttony ego. 16 plus 4. Inflict 4+ gluttony resonance entangled curse talisman to a maximum of 10. Okay. Max stack of 5 expires at turn end. At 10+ stack, when taking 30 damage from a skill, gain rupture count, take gluttony damage equal to rupture potency. When this effect expires, gain attack power down next turn. Stack divided by 4 to a maximum of 2. Cannot gain additional stacks of this effect. What? 5. I think they fumbled the numbers here tremendously because it has a max stack of 5, but it's only got special effects at 10 stacks. This is beyond wonky. Yeah, like, you're only allowed to, you cannot inflict more, but then that's what the second coin does. Inflict entangled curse talisman on the target, divided by rupture. Inflict talisman to curse tangle on target rupture count. Maximum of T, maximum of 2, maximum of 3. They round down. but it is 3 attack weight, that's nice. Although it is eating quite a bit of resources, I don't know the average for HE is the thing. 1 Lust, 5 Gluttony, 2 Gloom, 1 Pride. So it's basically tailor-made for her, the thing, her Lobcore identity. All you need is 1 Pride from somewhere else. The downside is that it does give away her fluid sac, and it's easy to think that that her fluid sac is bad compared with telepole. Have you seen how high that skill can roll? It's her equivalent of Ard Blossom Star. Anyway, if we corrode it... Yeah, I'm noticing that these corrosions are bad. They just aren't going to be worth overclocking. Actually, speaking of overclocking, I found out that they buffed the ego gems in Mirror Dungeon, so they now apply to overclocks. Overclocked Ebony Stem is ridiculous. That's it, that's all I'm saying. Overclocked the Ebony Stem with the Rupture Gem, I mean. Anyway, Red Sheeter inflicts 6 plus Gluttony Resonance to a maximum of 10. Max stack of 5, people. Take 5% damage for every Entangled Talisman. Inflict Entangled Talisman Rupture. And inflict Entangled Talisman Rupture count. Yeah, they absolutely goofed up on this one. On hit with this unit's skills, if the attack has either 15 plus Rupture, or if this unit deals a critical hit, inflict 1 defense level down to a maximum of 6. It does not stack with Ego Gift Old Wooden Doll, because of course it doesn't. Okay, for the next tier of Uptie, inflict 4 Gluttony Resonance and Entangled Curse Talisman. Yeah, they have to have messed up these numbers at some point. The 3% for every Entangling Terse Talisman. Terse Talisman? I definitely should not stop trying to read these. So yeah, it's just dealing extra damage for entangling the curse. And this deals more damage for entangling the curse. 30% to 100%. I suppose that's the advantage of the overclock. Deal 5 to 50%. Maximum of 4 Rupture. Maximum of 4 Rupture maximum of 2 Rupture count, but it's plus Entangled Talisman divided by 4. At the moment it is divided by... Wait, no, that's the corrosion. It's divided by 4. Divided by 4, maximum of 2 rounded down. Yeah, this just feels like an absolute higgledy-piggledy mess of an ego. Anyway, we do have this guy. So, Clash Ball counter, reversal kick. 2 plus 8. Gain Serpent Arm next turn. Inflict 1 Rupture count on Clash Win and 1 Boys count. 1 Rupture, 1 Rupture, 1 Rupture, and Deathrite Venom. 1 Rupture, and a Poise count. So it's okay for him to get his skill 1 offhanded, unopposed, but he desperately needs a clash for his skill 2, which isn't nice since it gains Serpent Arm at combat start. That's the one advantageous point there. And hey, slash resistant as this Kanto is nice. Okay, raise his speed range from 2 to 5 to 2 to 6. On use, if the sum of Poise potency on self and target's Rupture potency is 10 or higher, coin power plus 1. Plus 2 Poise count, thank you. If this unit has Serpent Arm, inflict 1 Rupture count on crit. So he's not stable yet. Yeah, this Heisho Pack identity isn't quite stable with its rupture count. It's relying on other units to inflict it. Combat passive. If target has Deathrite Venom, deal extra damage for every Serpent Arm on self. When reducing Deathrite Venom to 0, gain Pierce damage up next turn. He doesn't have Pierce attacks. Okay, this is his Pierce attack, his skill 3. So he goes from 2-6 to 3-7. Serpent Shear Puncturing Arm. On use, coin power +1 for every 8. Sum of this poise, potency, and target's rupture to a maximum of 4. So it rolls 20 max, but it could roll an extra 4, so that's 24. If this unit has Serpent Arm, coin power +1 for every 5 instead, to a maximum of 6. 18 plus 8, 26. If target has 5 plus rupture, gain 5 poise. This kicks in after they decide the coin power though, that's very important. Oh, and he also gets Serpent Arm. Poise potency on self, rupture potency on target. If this unit has Serpent Arm, deal extra damage on a crit. On hit, reduce Deathrite Venom by 2. On crit, reduce Deathrite Venom by 3. On hit, inflict Deathrite Venom. I'm not sure whether it's going to trigger the full bonus. It seems like it's just going to reduce the Deathrite Venom. Anyway, his base skill gains a coin power boost, so it is rolling. I guess it's going from rolling a 9 to rolling an 11. And here we are going from rolling. I didn't actually look at the numbers. So right now it rolls 3 to 12. Then it rolls a 15. But there's always the coin power bonus, which gives it +1. 18. Kind of standard, really. I will save up tying this for a slow episode though. I'm also looking forward to the new experience excavations, that'll be fun. Oh! It's already a dungeon. Well, that caught me off guard, didn't it? Difficulty level 55. At least I don't have to spend some boxes, I guess. Is there anyone else I could probably swap in or out? Nah, not really. Yes, I know I'm below item level. I don't mind that much. Oh, by the way, off screen I did some experimenting.
뜰 앞에서 서러워하는 꽃 장례 지내는 사람이여.
I wanted to know whether Middlemer Salt applies his SP restore between Heisho Pack that aren't of the same branch. The answer is no, but in order to test that, I actually had to go out into the first dungeon. So we might be seeing some shots of Golden Apple and Maggoty Apple.
꽃갈기 홀로 들고 눈물을 짓더니 빈 가지 뿌려진 눈물엔 빗자국이 어려있네. 어젯밤 뜰 밖에서 슬픈 노래가 들렸는데 그것은 꽃넋과 가는 새 넋의 울음이었지. 가는 봄이 안타까워도 할 수 있는 것은 없으니 그 수많은 울음소리를 그저 듣기만 하는 수밖에.
이제 알겠느냐? 너는 할 수 있는 게 무엇도 없단다. 그러니
In the silent, windless sands stood only the desolate ruins of a building, swept through and thoroughly destroyed by a brutal, unstoppable force that was destined to leave nothing in its wake. Remember the day ruin came to the Kong family, who have brought this destruction upon themselves through their grave transgressions. To violate the law of Hong Wan is no tragedy. As such, it warrants no pity, only humiliation and scorn. Right, this is probably why Hong Lu blames himself, isn't it? This site of history stands as a monument to the inevitability of karma.
그렇다면 여기가
It looks almost tidy up at the top. It's just this area down here that looks absolutely trashed.
멸문했다던 공씨 가문의 건물인가요?
Ishmael asked Hong Lu, having read the plaque on the building.
네, 맞아요. 지금은 사용하지 않는 공간이죠.
그렇다면 이 안에 계셨던 사람들은 전부 도대체 어떤 죄를 지었길래 이렇게까지 한 걸까요?
이만한 건물이 뿌리채 폐허가 되었다는 건 조직이나 해결사 간의 충돌 수준이 아니다. 전쟁에 가까운 규모의 사건이 있었을 테지.
맞아요. 아무리 도시라고 하더라도 흔히 볼 수 있는 풍경은 아닐 거예요. 머리가 이곳에 왔었거든요.
Oh hey, I remember seeing that in Lobotomy Corporation. Hong Lu replies like it was the most obvious answer to a complicated question.
머리... 이야...
금기를 어겼군요. 공씨 사람들이.
그 다음엔 청소부분들이 이어서 뒤처리를 했죠. 금기와 관련된 모든 것을 남겨놓지 않기 위해.
The head must really be a terrifying entity, if the mere mention of it could cause the sinners to shrink so much. As we were ambling aimlessly with this revelation.
2차 심사까지 올라오신 후보자 여러분, 환영합니다.
Oh, Nicolina, how'd you survive the previous nonsense? A disembodied but sonorous and excited voice broke the silence through the speakers.
공정성에 대한 여러 문의를 적극적으로 수용하여 2차 심사부터는 제가 새롭게 사회자를 맡게 된 점 양해 부탁드리면서
Looks like this Jia Zheng got kicked off from the host seat.
야 잠깐, 저기 위에 있는 저거... 설마 구경꾼이냐?
What initially appeared to be a dilapidated rooftop was revealed to be where the spectator seats were installed. They were filled to the brim, to the point where I couldn't spot a single empty seat.
의자까지 설치된 것으로 보면 관객이라 보는 것이 맞겠군요.
1차 심사에서 소란이 있긴 했지만 저희가 언제 또 가주 심사를 구경해 보겠습니까?
Does that mean it's going to make it a lot harder for Dante to rewind?
보기 드문 행사인 만큼 보는 눈도 많으면 좋은 법이죠. 앞서 후보자들이 최선을 다해 대전에 임할 수 있도록 모두 뜨거운 박수와 함성 부탁드립니다.
야, 개판이네.
That's certainly one way of putting it. Can't say it's inaccurate.
우리가 밑에서 쎄 빠지게 고생하는 걸 위에 있는 놈들은 간식이나 까먹으면서 구경하겠다는 거야?
아마 내기판도 열렸을 거예요. 저희에게 거신 분은 거의 없겠지만요.
전부 후회하게 해주지. 이곳 실내인 것은 맞죠? 분명 지하로 내려왔는데 하늘도 푸르고 갑자기 밖으로 나온 것 같은 느낌인데요.
It's fake. You can see the tiles when you look closely. Honglu explained that we're still within the subterranean area of Hongwan, but most of the sinners were having a hard time believing that with the pale blue sky above them.
홍원에 사는 부유한 자들 한정으로 방을 취향에 맞게 인공적으로 꾸미기도 합니다. 이미 대관원에도 그 주인 된 자의 취향대로 방을 꾸민 건물들이 여러 존재하죠.
네. 어르신들을 만나러 가는 길도 이런 느낌으로 꾸며져 있어요. 가는 길은 언제나 화창하고 푸르죠. 바깥보다도 오히려 더욱 바깥 같달까요?
그런데 저건 뭐야?
I realized that what Rodeo was looking at was a parasol. It was installed in such a random place I doubted it was actually there for anyone to sit under.
아, 저건 파라솔이네요.
파라솔인 건 나도 알지. 왜 저기에 고무 파라솔이 남겨져 있냐는 건데.
Honglu tilted his head, thinking.
발톱을 이끌고 온 어떤 높으신 분이 저기에 앉아서 모든 걸 지켜보고 있었거든요. 그러니 4대 가문이 저 파라솔을 구태여 치우지 않은 이유는 길이길이 기억하라는 의미겠죠. 모든 가문에게 보여주기 위한 경고이기도 하고요.
Ah, okay, it was a warning, and here I was thinking that Garion was just that intimidating.
기억이요? 어떤 것을요?
허락되지 않은 것을 함부로 넘보지 말라는 것. 분수에 맞게 살다 분수에 맞게 떠나라는 것. 이라고 어르신들이 말씀해 주셨답니다. 이제 들어갈까요?
While we all gaped about like fish out of water in this unfamiliar environment, Honglu casually walked ahead of us into the building like he was out on a mundane stroll. I know you said you heard it all from the family elders, but you saw everything that happened here, didn't you? All of it. Honglu paused, then turned around.
네, 아마도 그렇답니다.
I'm starting to have less and less idea as to what his smile really means. Next time on Let's Play... Oh! Honglu's level rises to 55. Uptie and Threadspin tiers rise to tier 4. Remember the day ruin came to the Kong family who have brought this destruction upon themselves through their grave transgressions. To violate the laws of Hongwan is no tragedy. As such, it warrants no pity. Only humiliation and scorn. The site of history stands as a monument of the inevitability of karma. Alright, level boost. Sure, why not? Yeah, as I was saying, next time we do this nonsense. Although it looks like a lot of story before we get a chance to actually fight things. Till then guys, take care. I'll see you all around.